power button right here. I'll have to hold it down for a second. Should buzz? Let me see the mic. Dead. This is the third one.
That's all I got.
There we go. Live. Bang. Live. Just like that. My computer's dead. What does you know how you're on a Google Doc?
Yeah.
The top, like my icon picture, what does it look like? Is it blue, green, or is it my face, or is it like mine?
It's your face.
Nice.
Google account jackass.
I'll be in it in a second. Yes.
We're going.
Cameras, me. Cameras, me. Me. Oh, gotcha. Come and join.
What up?
Oh, you can flip the screen on TikTok?
Yeah, you
I
just
thought you said you didn't have TikTok.
I just assumed.
Oh.
I used to make TikToks.
I never have before. It's like Snapchat. Okay.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Jack Hayes.
I'm Logan. It's nice to meet y'all.
And we're sitting and talking. Thanks for doing this. It's good to see you.
Mm-hmm. I saw your video with Ethan, and you put out an ad in your video. If you want to do a video, text me.
So that really is why you texted me?
Yeah.
I was wondering.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. That was the point.
Yeah.
I think I ought to do another round of those videos right now.
What do you mean? Like, hey.
Yeah, well, the way I do it is...
do my video.
Yeah, the way... Exactly. Where's my phone? The way I do it is, like, every day... It's all about... I don't know what it's about, and I don't know the way I do it. But basically, I just post things. So would you mind?
Yeah, that's good.
Hit. Welcome. I'm here with Logan. And Logan's here with me. Another night, another discussion, another day, another dollar. Cut. And then post that one. Do my work for me. And then go to TikTok and Snapchat. We'll do the same thing.
I don't know how to go to TikTok. I don't have TikTok.
Oh, you know the icon. Oh, post that one first.
Okay.
I never watched this kind of thing.
I don't know how. Oh, we're doing different videos.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do you want to do 50, 60 seconds?
60 and then click. We won't
Alright.
use the whole thing though.
We're going.
Cameras, me. Cameras, me. Me. Oh, gotcha. Come and join.
What up?
Oh, you can flip the screen on TikTok?
Yeah, you
I
just
thought you
don't-
said you didn't have TikTok.
I just assumed.
Oh,
I used to make TikToks.
I never have before. It's like Snapchat. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we do Snapchat and then it's done.
Okay. Okay. You want to put a description?
Nah.
No.
Should I have?
If you put like hashtags and stuff, it'll get you more views.
When this post though, I'm gonna see if my tie's done right and shit. I did it so fast.
Yeah, it's...
Oh yeah, you started it on you.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm fine. Okay. Who cares about Snapchat? Google Doc. I don't need it though. Do you want to use a talking? I think I found one. I never used them. Did you
We don't
see
have to do all of them.
Yeah. Did you see Worth Thompson? There was a tree in the middle. Like
Probably not. I haven't had 12 hours to watch all of it.
Yeah.
But I saw Ethan. I know Ethan.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I was so stoked when he did it.
Yeah.
So, Worth was the first time I had talking points. Because I don't know why I made them. I just did. But they seem to help. I don't know. You know when you do something and then it goes better, so you start thinking about all the things you did different before it went better, even though they might not have any correlation at all? Like you could ace a test, and then you'd think is it because I ate this in the morning?
I think about it as in, if I do good on a test, then I think yeah, I'm him. I don't need to study next time.
I guess so.
Or I just do the exact same thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But no, I don't really think about what I eat. I think of it more of my study patterns.
When it comes to eating, thank you for the eggs.
Yep.
I appreciate it.
Yep. I was in Greensboro at home, met with my head guy.
Do you run?
I train.
Do you
I do boxing now, so.
When you box, do you listen to music?
Depending on what I'm doing. When I'm running, I do.
Do you have what do you use to listen?
AirPods.
Okay. They don't get sweaty or anything?
No. My ears, I have problems with my ears, so they're kind of small.
I'm trying to think. There's.
So my earbuds fit.
There's so much garbage in this room that there has to be something.
Well, AirPods come with different sizes for the thing.
I did know that.
Yeah.
But the default wired earbuds Apple fit, it fits my ear perfect, and I've heard the same from lots of people.
Well, then you should use the first gen AirPods, because they have the old kind of hard earbud.
I had AirPods at one point, and then I didn't. I also had AirPod Maxes for a while.
Yeah, I bought a pair of that's what I have now.
Nice.
The guy sold them to me, thought that they were fake.
I gotta find. Look, so I was gonna ask if you wanted these. These are called Bone Shock. You take them off they're hanging on that shelf thing.
Oh, these?
Yeah, whatever they're called.
Yeah, I'll take them.
Oh no, you got AirPod Maxes. You don't need them, unless you say you do. There's someone out there. I haven't used them in the longest time, and there's someone out there that.
So what you? Oh.
No, other way. It goes around the back of your head. Yes, exactly. And then it doesn't even have to go in your ear. It just rests. I think you got an arm wrong. You rest it on this side of this little thingy.
Oh.
Yeah, let me see. Exactly. And it vibrates your bone. At least that's what the ad says.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're a runner.
If you find someone that needs them.
Maybe I'll need them if I ever start fucking running, dude.
Yeah. You used to run.
Used to.
Yeah, I guess that don't mean anything anymore.
Never. It just doesn't. What a shame. Now it's always something. My feet hurt. My back hurts. If you won that one run. I did a thing that I failed. I tried to go 10 miles every day. I made it 4 days.
Yeah.
And then my feet were destroyed.
Doing kind of unrealistic stuff like that usually doesn't stick.
But I could have made it realistic. I could have done 16-minute miles.
Yeah, but 16 minutes times 10, that's 160 minutes. That's
a long time.
Yeah, it's 2 and change hours. 2 hours and 40 minutes.
A big swap to your day, I guess. You ever make big switches to your day?
Well, kind of. I was getting up early, and then it didn't really work out with having friends and being in college. So
that's true.
I still get the same amount of work in either way. It was more just the fact that I'm getting up at 5:30.
You ever see those things?
I feel like I'm Mike Tyson, but I'm not.
Yeah. Do you really?
No.
No.
But getting up, you're no one else is doing this.
Is he gonna?
Even though there are people that do that, there's a lot of people that get up and run that early.
Has he fought?
And I'm walking, so it doesn't really do anything.
I need to get. My dad gets up and walk. I feel like very strong-willed people and those with high ideas and great power get up early and walk.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
I just kind of walked, but it's starting to get cooler now, and then I sweat.
This past week has been perfect. I wish it was like this the whole year.
Yeah, when it's cold out, you sweat more for some reason.
What?
Because I'm wearing a jacket or whatever.
Ideal running temperature is 32, 23 Fahrenheit or something like that.
Yeah.
For if you the Nike guys, they're trying to do the world's shortest.
The most I'll do for running is 3-4 miles.
Yeah.
Not really too much, not long distance. But I'm still tired afterwards because I try to run faster. I'll run like 8 minute. When I do run, I'll run like an 8 minute mile for 4 miles.
What do you if we search, watch what happens when I do this. What's your age?
21.
Male. Height.
5'11".
5'11". Weight.
210 right now.
Yeah, I'm like pretty close to that, which is astounding. I'm like 205. I have no idea. Maybe 200 now that I've been working shit. Okay.
We've been working at Jersey Mike's. Do you get a free sub?
No, I have to pay 50%.
That's
other people take
not a good benefit.
I know. Yeah. So 21-year-old man who is 5'11" and weighs 210 pounds is considered obese.
Yeah, there's a lot of
That's like literally what it says. And
there's a lot of that's kind of a that's doesn't take anything into account. It's kind of like just
how it took everything into account.
No, because I have more muscle mass than the average person. I'm in better shape than the average person. I have a different there's different body types. Some guys are just lankier and leaner. Some guys, I think it, has something to do with your DNA, Some people are more inclined to put on weight and store water and all this differently, probably based on where your heritage came from.
According to what? That's what I typed in. According to what?
That's just kind of I think that's,
It says according to BMI. Google has the AI overview now.
Yeah.
The world's changing.
I think that they just took the regular answer that would come up before and just put AI next to it. I don't think they changed anything with it.
No. Really, it paraphrases. Google, the company, it's called Gemini. Like OpenAI has ChatGPT. I don't know who owns Claude. Amazon Prime's got one, and they all use it differently. I don't know, do you have GPT on your phone?
No. I've only used it once.
Oh.
And it wasn't ChatGPT, it was for class for the assignment was to use AI.
I pay monthly for the thing.
Really?
You're always welcome to join.
I try to not use it.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't use it for class or anything.
Yeah.
But I go there instead of Google, to be honest.
Yeah, BMI varies by age, sex, and ethnicity. BMI doesn't consider other factors. Doesn't capture the full range of abnormal eating disorders.
Okay, obesity.
BMI is not a good indicator of health risk. No.
Well, obesity in this conversation, this might be hard to do actually, but if possible, this conversation aside, don't you think it's interesting how two people can use Google to say they're right on the exact same topic?
Yeah.
Like if you find the right article,
yeah, it'll make your point.
You know Sam?
Mm-hmm.
His dad is a flat earther.
Really?
deep flat earther.
What about hills?
Oh, dude, it's part of the flat. Like there's hills upon the flat land. I'm serious.
Okay.
It's like he. Also, that doesn't make any sense. What about hills?
It's a flat Earth. There's mountains.
I'm just stupid. There's mountains. No, but he thinks it's a disc, and the satellites go around in a circle.
Okay.
And he thinks that 40% of the population, 40% of the 9 billion people alive right now, are with him on that. He thinks 40% of us are flat earthers.
If satellites go in a circle, wouldn't that mean there'd have to be something above for them to go in a circle around? Like how is something going to be flat and then something go like that?
Oh, like picture a CD.
Yeah.
Like he thinks the Earth is like a CD, so that it goes along like a.
Yeah, but I think he agrees that he has to know that gravity's a thing.
Be careful because he might disagree on, I'm serious. You try and tell him listen. It doesn't matter what you say.
Okay.
And it's an infuriating conspiracy theory because you just can't prove it. A good friend of mine, Fletcher Moore, was on here earlier, and he was probably kidding, and I was probably just too tired. Sometimes I think I lay into people too hard and I don't realize it. Because at the end he said something about yo, I don't mean to no hard feelings or anything. And I was like, oh, Maybe my tone is, but he's thought 9/11 was an inside job. Like explosives. Like rigged on the inside of the building.
I don't really.
No comment?
I don't try to talk about that.
Yeah, I don't either, but
I don't try to talk about
it
that.
wasn't a conspiracy. You might think I guess we don't know what you think. You could think either one.
I don't know what to believe.
Fair. When it comes to conspiracy theories, I get hot, and I get hot quick.
Yeah.
Because think about it this way. Like Area 51, right? Say there was like actually a green alien in that base. And for it to have gotten there, humans had to put it there. So now we're dealing with a scenario where more than one person is involved, right? And I don't know about you, but secrets just don't exist like that. Like you can't just come on, we're too old. We've gone through too much public school, and we've
People like to tell secrets.
Yeah, well, it's like you can't.
What if the people with those coming out with those conspiracy theories are the ones telling the lie? Telling the secret.
That's a good point. So how do I say what I'm trying to say? I just want to know how I can be right.
Look up find a Google article.
Oh yeah, true. Conspiracy theories aren't real.
Yeah.
By the Atlantic.
Or just find one to see that you're right.
Is Jack Hatis right?
Find an article.
Always.
Find an article that says the conspiracy theory is right.
Urban Dictionary definitely has that.
Yeah.
Have you ever searched a name on Urban Dictionary? It'll go back and forth. Like Logan Bender, it'll say most amazing person to ever touch the planet, and like someone else probably had like an ex named Logan Bender, and they're like the most evil person ever. Urban Dictionary.
Yeah.
You ever go on rate? Did you ever go on the things where the teachers get rated? Rate a professor before choosing your classes.
No, I didn't, and I should have.
Everyone
I've
does.
had some shitty teachers.
If you go, I've been in a couple different schools now. 2. If you go, and one of them I didn't even sign up for classes, and I just got admitted. Just Wake Tech.
Well, I just go on, and I find out which classes I need to take, and then I just choose the one that I want.
Like time.
Like what fits my skill, like my.
That's
schedule.
logical. Because how bad can a professor be?
I'll do anything to not have class on Friday.
Well, sometimes there will be 2 slots on the same time in the same subject with just different professors.
And I'll just I'll just tell my roommate to pick a number 1 or 2.
Oh, fair.
I'll decide a lot of things like that.
A lot of people live or die by rating a professor. Like a lot of professors' classes get filled up just based on their ratings.
Really?
Which is interesting. Something to think about. I'm studying to be a teacher. Hoping to study to be a teacher.
Mm-hmm. You're going to be a cool history teacher?
That's the stereotype. I have no idea what I'll teach. I just want to teach. I think high school might be a good place.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Or middle school? I don't think I'd want to do elementary school. Because people...
I wouldn't want to do middle school.
Why not?
Because, when I was in middle school, I, had fun messing with my teachers. Kind of being a dick to them.
I know. I could never forget the things you told me about your time in middle school.
Yeah.
But you're going to have kids like that in high school, too. It's a nightmare. There's a guy in the building next door that is a substitute, and he says it's just hell.
Oh, yeah. Substitute teachers. That's like your day to act out.
Yeah, that's true. We had a sub once with a big scar across his head, and it was in a computer class. And not only did he let us play Call of Duty, but he played with us. It was like Flash, on the Flash, Call of Duty.
There was a deaf transgender substitute teacher. That would always be this. If there was a sub, it was him at my high school.
Nice.
Yeah, and my.
He probably didn't have too good of a time.
No, he didn't have too good of a time, and he if he was in and a teacher, all the teachers knew me, so they would make me sit in their class with the sub. I don't know why, they just knew me.
I was never like that. Also, my school was huge, so it was hard to be like that. I feel like you had a small school.
No, it's not. It's pretty big for Greensboro.
How big are the classes?
My class was 500 people.
Oh, that's half the size of. That's pretty big.
Yeah, I guess you're from Charlotte.
Yeah.
That's
Myers Park, Ardrey, South Mech.
Yeah.
The Triple Crown.
Y'all have like restaurants in your cafeteria.
No, not us.
Not y'all.
That's no, not us. That's private school. Although, you have to be careful going to Myers Park and being in like certain programs, like the IB or the AP program. Like, sure, we don't have Chick-fil-A in our cafeteria, but like,
Yeah, my high school had an IB program.
Like the classes look completely different.
I regret not taking more AP classes because now I'm taking 16 credits.
Were you in IB?
No.
Oh.
I was in district, so there was no reason for me to take IB. Most of the kids that were in IB were coming from. I guess you didn't have to be. Maybe I'm not correct. But
sometimes
one of my friends who was in the IB lived out of district, and he came to do IB. And I guess it was like I don't even know. I wasn't in IB. I was in honors and did a few APs.
This might be out of pocket. You have a face that I think it looks like it's kind of in stone. Like marble. The guys that carve like ancient Greek, like.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's worth. It's the beard too. You also, yeah. You look like kind of like Zeus.
Like an adult.
No. Like a philosopher.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
And an adult? I guess they're both the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a guy, I always wonder...
I think I've gotten smarter since I stopped drinking.
You must have.
Yeah.
I have certainly been recovering my brain since I stopped smoking weed.
Yeah, and
although a lot of things linger, a lot of things stay. Even now.
That's called PAWS, post-acute withdrawal syndrome.
Yeah, but it's been a year.
Yeah, it can last up to 18 months.
Oh wow.
Mhm.
Wow.
And you'll still have like if you're getting off weed, whatever all the side effects that you get from it, not being able to sleep. I guess not having an appetite afterwards. That's
yeah, you guessed right.
That stuff can linger and it'll come back up in periods.
Oh.
It might come back up, especially if you start losing weight.
Oh.
And even if you lose weight and then gain weight back, that losing weight will release some sort of hormone in your body, but that's a big thing with alcoholics.
Makes a lot
and
of sense.
That's why it's so like really the first year of sobriety is the most important, and that's the hardest because you
go through all 4 seasons. You're like things are gonna happen. Like your job's gonna be stressful. Like a partner might leave, or
you'll have all. Of
hopefully,
your
a lot of shit
things.
happens. It's got to be a lot hard, dude. I can't imagine. Can you imagine being on the bottle for like 20 years and then trying to quit?
Well, that's and there's and it's.
I mean,
it's 2 different circumstances really because when I was in rehab, there was 3 of us that were 25 and under, and I was the youngest because I was 20 when I was there. And all the other, there's about 60 guys there. 3 of us were under 25, so all of them, their repercussions and their risks and the things going wrong in their lives were completely different than mine. All the old guys their wives are leaving them. They have liver failure and they're dying, from all the abuse.
Jesus.
And really sad stuff. But me, it's kind of like, you have a whole life ahead of you.
Yeah.
You need to stop.
It's kind of like exciting. Like, wow, I stopped. Now I get to tell everyone I stopped if it ever comes up.
Yeah, and it's maybe not necessarily about the kind of the status or feeling better than others. It's kind of like because most people won't get to be that. They won't get to old age when they start that young. Or they'll just ruin their life and not get to live the rest of their life. I was very close to going to jail because of me crashing my car. So I got lucky with that. I've been on a lucky streak.
A lot of people, I have to say,
and since I stopped
there's
drinking,
going to be a lot of guys watching this. I know at least 5 off the top of my head that are going to relate to that moment. I mean, I can't because it never happened to me, but the moment when you, even, I don't know how sharp your memory is of the exact moment, but...
Yeah, well, that's, when I was in rehab, they talk about holding, people think, I want to forget about this, but they say to never stop remembering that moment because whenever you have a thought about drinking, you bring up that memory. For me, that's probably blue lights, because I flipped my car and I was sitting on the side of the road when the police car pulled up, and I was like, oh shit, I'm about to get a second one. Like,
I never had anything like traumatic like that. Look right here, September 19th, I wrote that note on that day. I just came back on a motorcycle from Virginia Tech, smoked a ton of weed when I woke up, smoked a ton of weed all the way on the journey home at different gas stations. And I pulled, VIP smoke and vape.
Mm-hmm.
Got one of those jumbo joints out on the bench next to some guy who I think didn't even want to talk to me. I tried to talk to him and he was
the homeless guy.
No, it wasn't.
Or he was kind of a bum.
At VIP smoke and vape, do you frequent that place?
No, but I remember I was going out to the hot tub because I was like, I just worked out and I was gonna sit in the hot tub after I worked out, and you were out there drinking with him.
No, couldn't be. This guy.
I don't know if it was a different guy.
This guy I'd never seen before in my life.
Oh.
It's kind of irrelevant to the story. Point is, I never flipped a car. I never saw blue lights.
Yeah.
But since I've not smoked weed, and I think it's different but the same in the same way that since I've not smoked weed, there's been times where I meet a new person and I tell them I used to smoke, now I don't smoke, and then I kind of add this asterisk where it's like, it's not really a big deal, I don't think about it too much anymore, and I try to like kind of dumb it down, but maybe you're right, maybe I shouldn't do that.
It's kind of like being humble. I mean, it is a good thing that you quit smoking, and you can add that.
Because what we say and how we act eventually becomes us. Like, if you start saying some creepy shit about, you might want to murder someone, and you start acting like, dissecting squirrels and stuff, you're going to turn into Ted Bundy. Like,
yeah.
I'm not kidding. Like, that's like, these people, they aren't just born this way. Like, you really have to be careful about the way you are and your exterior and how you interact with the world, because it's a cycle and everything pushes back on itself. Because people treat you like how you act, and how you act is how you see yourself.
There's a lot of questions about being an addict, and if that is your surroundings. Genetic.
I don't think it's genetics. People are so quick to say I have it in my blood.
No, it is a gene.
Really?
Yeah, it's a gene that is, it's almost like a trait where it's kind of like a modern day same type of deal as like survival of the fittest. If you live in a circumstance, say you're an animal and you live in a really cold place and you have more fur than the one next to you, you're going to survive and you're going to pass down that trait of having more fur.
So how does addiction...
When your parents have used substances all their life, your body, and they're addicted to it, your body thinks, because normally, in a long time ago, if you were an alcoholic and you never got anything done and you were a bum, you wouldn't be able to have a kid. But that trait has been created, and now it's then passed down as a,
I understand what you're saying.
It just gets passed down, and it doesn't necessarily mean you're destined to, you're born an alcoholic, but you have a higher, you're open to get addicted easily, or if that's a word, easier. Yeah. And both my parents were in AA and NA, and they were both really bad alcoholics and drug addicts, and they got sober. But since they became dependent and they both had a child, I'm not, I obviously could have avoided it by not drinking, but the fact that I started drinking also so early, it's kind of like I was set up to fail.
Well, I mean, how could we
drinking,
must all have a little bit of the gene. It can't just be one on and off switch.
No,
Everyone has a bit of it.
Yeah, well, that
because it makes you so happy. Drinking, smoking, whatever you do.
As humans, and that probably got introduced whenever it became normal to drink.
Probably.
Yeah, it's probably when it started. But, and it doesn't necessarily build on itself.
What do you think of the idea that we gain consciousness as a species when one of our ancestors ate a mushroom on the ground?
I hope that's not how we...
Oh.
I hope.
Why would you hope not? Because that, honestly, sometimes I think I like to grab onto things that kind of make sense, and that kind of makes sense.
Because, doing mushrooms would make you smarter.
True. True.
I hope it's not the
It
case.
couldn't be.
Yeah.
It had to have just been like, some people are born with 4 fingers. It had to have been some sort of mutation.
It had to have been like, whichever one.
Imagine that. You're born and your parents have no idea they're alive, but you know you're alive.
Yeah, and it might have progressed slower than that. As in, like, you're a kid, you're a little baby, and a kid. But then you realize, you form the connection, you start forming the connection of...
So are you saying our consciousness may be more heightened or different, at least, evolved at the very least, from those 1,000 years ago?
Well, it might have gotten more gradual. Because, just like any other animal...
So, like, we're a different kind of aware than an Egyptian.
Just like any other animal that, raises its young, like a bear or something, they teach their kids how to climb a tree. They teach their cubs how to climb a tree. They might have passed down that, hey, this is bad. This snake's bad. That color...
Oh, I'm just talking about
bad.
consciousness.
And then, I know, but it could have gained, just that ability to recognize things and put 2 and 2 together. It might have not started out as... thinking about abstract ideas. It might have just, kind of gained on itself. The next generation had more stuff to teach the next generation.
Hard to imagine.
Yeah. Could have been slower than, could have been slower than that.
I mean, where are we headed? You ever think about death?
Yeah.
How?
I don't want to die.
Me neither.
I want to live as long as I can.
Well, we're 1/4 done. It's 1/4 is over. We're
Yeah.
done. 25% there. So, I mean...
Yeah, and then when you get to a certain age, a lot of people in my family are like kind of looking forward to it. They're like, I'm tired of this shit.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't want to die. And then there's those that go senile, and it's like you revert back to a baby. People have to keep watch on you.
Yeah.
What is different between a man that ends up in diapers and needs to be spoon-fed and a man that is fully fluid, doing like...
Well, my mom and my dad always told me, like, if I get to that spot, just, like, leave me alone. Let me die. I don't want to live like that.
Yeah, but they can always change their minds.
My mom, my mom would always say, like, even if I get dementia and I'm, like, not there, I'm telling you now while I'm here, I don't want to be there anymore. You know what I'm saying?
True, but she's got a couple of years before that point would happen. Like, for example, I don't really think that myself 10 years from now is the same as myself now. You know?
Yeah.
So what if she just fails to,
She's told me over the past,
Oh, yeah?
while. Yeah, because there's some stuff that runs in my family.
It's weird because you'd think the one person that would have the authority to say something like that is themselves. But I don't even know if that's enough. I don't know. I'm just saying if I were in your position and my parent became... Mine never spoken to me about that kind of thing. And my parent became, lost her whole memory. I don't think I'd be able to pull any sort of... there's no shot. I mean, you know what I mean? I don't... I think we as people are always looking for reasons. Reasons. And I think a really good reason is taking care of a parent when they don't even know they exist anymore.
Yeah.
I think the reasons just find you,
Well, I don't think my mom's saying, kill me, but I don't think she wants to take medicine to keep her alive.
Oh, I see. I think.
She doesn't want to live for a year in a bed in a hospital, not there.
Yeah, that's true.
Which I wouldn't either.
I mean, then you're like a vegetable.
Yeah.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
I don't think.
I'd rather just get on.
There's always what if in that year they invent the cure,
Did that camera turn off?
It does it all the time. It overheats. There's lots that needs to be improved. This table is rickety. These cameras are different. This one's way nicer than this one, but this one can record way longer than that.
Well, it starts out.
Yeah, I guess so. But I have
maybe one day you'll have a big desk.
And these mics pick, your mic might pick me up because I talk so damn loud. And have you ever heard that? You ever heard an echo effect in my video?
On when you talk, a little bit.
I know.
It sounds like you're farther away from the mic than, because the one vlog, or not vlog, the one podcast that I watched was Ethan. I haven't watched the other podcasts, but I watch all your 13-minute videos, 2-minute videos. But I clicked on Ethan because I know Ethan so well, and he's actually the first person.
I didn't know you knew him so well.
Well, I don't know him that well, but his girlfriend saved my life.
Oh my God! How could I forget? Of course you watched that video.
But the thing is, I met Ethan. He was the first person I met at State. because I was moving into University Towers, and he helped me move stuff into my room. He was just out in the living, just out in the parking lot. And he was the first person I met.
Usually I prod you. Usually when I'm around you, I like prod you, like for those amazing stories that you have. The one about your teacher and the book ending. The one about Dima saving your life.
Yeah, Dima.
Sorry, I have to mark this spot because I have to make an edit.
You brought Zens into my mind, so now I gotta put a new one in.
Sorry.
Nicotine addiction.
Yeah, there's no camera crew. I have to edit it myself. After you leave, it's like a 2.5 hour process. But I feel like compelled to do it.
Well, if you blow up, I can get to say I was one of your first subscribers.
God, and
I was one of your first podcasts.
How much fun would that be, dude?
That'd be awesome.
And you just get to keep on coming back and coming back and coming back.
Yeah.
How awesome would that be? It would be amazing. But, I don't know. How am I supposed to be thinking about this? What do you think how do I, just keep doing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Tomorrow, this might be my last video ever.
Maybe.
You ever play chess? We could play a full game of chess right now.
I played you.
We make the rules. We can do whatever we want.
I played you in chess. One of my buddies thinks he's so good at chess. And
did I beat you? Are we good?
Oh, yeah, you whooped me.
Okay.
I'm not that good at chess.
Okay.
I
like to think I'm so good, but I'm just average.
I'm below average.
I
played it a good amount in rehab.
You know who's really good at chess? Brock.
Yeah.
One of the strongest guys I've played.
In chess?
Yeah. He's, I believe, in 1100 rapid rating, and I'm like 800.
I believe I played it a lot in at Fellowship Hall,
and
I played a lot of Sudoku. That stuck with me. I play a lot of Sudoku.
Nice.
I've tried to replace phone games with puzzles.
I've tried to just replace the phone with anything. Phone's evil. You ever scroll reels for an hour and then you just kind of like, oh god.
Well, that's like my part-time job.
Have you seen that guy that says how to scroll more reels?
Yeah.
He is blowing up.
I think I was making jokes like that before.
I know, it's because everyone thinks like this could have been me.
Yeah.
I swear, these are the people that blow up. It's everyone's like, that's why I believe in this, because people see this sort of video from a guy that they know. Maybe
I watch a lot of reels. That's why I want to do a segment.
Oh yeah, should we do it?
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay, I'd have to screen record.
I could screen record on my phone and send it to you.
Do it.
Maybe I have. Maybe I can.
Do you think that you can? How would I see them? Okay, there we go. Oh, how exciting is this?
You want me?
I love watching reels.
I'm gonna set a timer. So we don't sit on here for an hour.
Okay. We might.
Alright, I'm gonna do
I wonder how much storage I have on this camera.
I'm gonna do 20 minutes.
We can. I have an hour and 14 minutes. And even I have a spare SD card, so we have no time limit here.
Okay, let me go to my Instagram.
I'm glad it's yours, not mine. So the thing about reels that's different than normally.
Yeah, you might get like, oh god, you might. What the fuck, bro? Alright, I gotta start the screen recording over. I don't know what.
No. Keep it going and
I don't
keep
know
it
why.
finished.
I don't know why that had to show.
Oh, we have a guest, but he's behind the camera.
Yeah, you might get like banned for this, for what my algorithm is.
No, this is what it is. Okay, so you know what the difference, right? When you go on YouTube, there's thumbnails and titles. So I have a YouTube analytics page. Look at this right here. I have a stat that is click percentage rate. See if I can find it. Reach, impressions, click-through rate. So this percentage is what % of people were showed my thumbnail and title and clicked. So there's no thumbnails and titles here. It just goes straight to the video.
Well, I got yeah. I mean, I've gotten a few that have gotten some views, but I just put like 30 hashtags on it. And then there's one guy.
I guess there is, yeah.
There's one guy on my.
But they still, I'm telling you, 99% of the traffic of those 30 views came from this page.
I'll follow people that like are putting in crazy work on on doing calisthenics or whatever, and I'll follow them, And then me and my buddies kind of we kind of like start saying like what they say, like adopting their like mottos.
Yeah, you ever seen the Lukey MC?
There's this guy named Troy Archer.
Troy Archer.
Yeah, he does. He's like this old, old. He's like 63, but he looks like 40, and he just does like pull-ups and dips, and he's kind of funny, because he'll go out into like some public park and be like, yard out, 10 pull-ups mandatory.
Yard out.
So we'll like repeat that. It's kind of like people with Ronnie Coleman, like, yeah, buddy.
Wait, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, I love basketball. I was talking to a coworker. It's. Oh. Let's watch that again, bro.
I was just hating on the Nuggets the other day.
I mean, that is poetry.
What's his name? Aaron Gordon? Yeah. He went with Zach LaVine in the dunk contest one year, and his
Life's all about the winter art.
winter arc.
Is that Jimmy Butler? That's gotta have been an ad.
Yeah. Okay.
Scariest stories. Mr. Beast was handing out free Feastable chocolates, candies, bars. But then I saw they were in a van with the words "free candy" painted on the side in front of an elementary school. Also, the van was
Why does it not show the number of likes?
who was also using Discord. I walked
Soggy
into
milk.
McDonald's to buy a hamburger off the dollar menu.
Dude, your
But
reels are
it's not
something
a
else.
dollar menu anymore. It was
Yeah,
an
they're pretty
inflation
bad.
menu. A burger's cost us me $1 million, and now I am homeless.
This is complete AI. Hope she's 18. Oh my god.
Juby slide, never stop.
See, I don't watch sports, but sometimes I stay on one. You ever notice how if you stay on one reel for too long, it shows you so many more likes?
Yeah.
Oh my god, what is this? This guy's been doing this for so long. You know that? He's a vet in the game. If you go to his page, he has been doing this for so long.
Bang.
Whoa.
Holy shit. Did he get like a... Damn.
Hi, how are we?
I made my first million. I was probably about, let me see, I was probably about 7 months old. 7 months old.
This is for my winter art.
Adderall made me into the person that I've always wanted to be.
I can't believe we're scrolling reels. This is the best thing I've ever done. What the? What? I've seen this. Psych. I made so many chicken bacon ranch subs today. Whoa, dude. Hello?
You ever wonder how people will go?
Isaac? No? Hello? How is that not Isaac, Zach?
What?
That wasn't Isaac?
Nah, you still
We're scrolling reels right now.
real time?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Big Mac and Shake Shack.
Big Bag Mac.
And not a Bayou. Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne Wade, baby. Lactaid? Look at the comments. Nice try, Diddy. No.
Make cream cheese. Those are bots. I sometimes comment on those.
Yeah, so do I.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, it's just like it's just football highlights and that. It's like what my reels are.
I'm completely brain dead right now. Bro, not even a cutie patootie. Where's number 66? Oh my. I saw that.
That's my boy.
Yeah, that looks good, alright. Why he move like that?
That guy's made millions off of being fat.
I've seen this.
I know a couple people. I'll talk to her.
Mohawk Bob here.
Damn.
What is it about this? It's like gambling.
I got pigs on my reels.
It's gambling, you know, because every time you go like this, it's like you might hit the lottery.
Yeah, the pigs. That's big in my algorithm. Have you seen pig racing?
You gotta stop.
We got more.
Have you seen pig racing?
Isaac!
I had a pig. I had a
Hey,
pig.
comes like a whole.
I didn't meet you last time.
Yeah, you did.
No.
You played poker.
Oh.
Remember that? Remember I played poker with you guys? What's your name again?
Logan.
Logan, that's right.
Logan was there.
Yeah, Logan was there.
Oh, I'm so
It
sorry.
was me and Logan and Samuel till the end, pretty much.
Dang, I must have been.
You got. Remember we had burgers?
No.
You don't remember that? Do you remember that, Logan?
I don't remember burgers, but I played a lot of poker.
We went to the middle area in the place you guys were at.
Oh, yeah.
Then we had burgers, and
At
then
the Standard.
after we played poker, it was like a Saturday night, I think. So.
Jeez Louise. I should remember. Dude, we're making a podcast.
Oh, what
What's
are you guys
your-
making a podcast about?
Whatever we want.
Put in
We-
your top.
Hey, we have talking points.
Yeah, we have talking.
Is that what
points.
you were going to go to?
Yeah, because I put pigs as one of the talking points.
Oh, nice.
Is
We
that
should
how-
probably get on
I was
these
about to say,
talking
you
points.
dressed up for this too, and no shoes.
Hey, don't the camera can't see that. Don't say that. They don't know. Yeah, no.
Well, now they do know, but they'll never see it.
You want to come in frame and say hello? Maybe you skip to whatever. What minute mark are we? Like 45 minutes?
How's it
maybe?
going?
Probably.
The 45-minute mark when you're 50 years old. Do you have
I
anything
think we
to say?
started at like.
Both these
Oh,
cameras.
so you
are
guys
live.
have been going
We
for-
started at like 10:45 and it's 11. It was about 30 minutes, honestly. I think.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, some great talking points.
Mhm.
Tell Zach
I was
that
gonna say-
next time I ask him to come on, he better say yes.
Zach, you better come on next time, please. Wait, are you editing this or no? Is it just?
Yeah, I have to edit.
I was
Oh
gonna
no,
say.
this will stay in. My editing just consists of swapping between the cameras and syncing the audio up.
Oh, okay.
But this will stay in. Why
And
wouldn't
how
it?
long have you done? How long have you been doing it for?
This is. I think we're coming up on episode like. I don't know. We're somewhere in the tens or right before the tens.
That's-
10.
Is it on YouTube or?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll give it a follow.
Hey. Am I supposed to say thank you? I'm not sure.
Yeah. Thank all your
I
subscribers.
was, I was about to say I will be a subscriber, so you.
Thank you all my subscribers.
Yeah.
Oh, that felt weird coming out. I'm not gonna lie. You know, on YouTube when
You gotta
say-
be like me. You gotta be like, smash that like button, like and subscribe.
Did you know when you say that on YouTube? So if
They-
someone's watching this right now and YouTube it listens to the videos because
Yeah.
it has to check for copyright and like age restriction stuff. So
Uh-huh.
when you say that, the little like button will like glow rainbow for a second, like it'll pop out of the screen. And then when you say
Glow.
hit that subscribe button, I just did it. The subscribe button will do a little animation.
It doesn't do that on a TV.
Well, yeah, because there's no.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. But it does do
So
it.
just on the phone, it does that.
No, on a computer.
Computer.
bro.
Oh, computer. Okay.
Or phone if you're in the right.
I was gonna say
You're on full
I've never seen it happen on the phone, but I guess I haven't been paying
Even
attention.
in full screen.
I don't know how I figured that sort of thing out the first time, but I did. for what it's worth. It's a shame that Sam and Jose aren't here.
I was about to say they're both gone, I guess. But.
West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home.
Well, hey, I might stay tomorrow night and see them. So
If
that
you're
would
here
be
tomorrow
fine.
night, I'd like to have you on this.
I was about to say,
We only got 8 minutes of reels.
I think that's too much.
Wait, 8 minutes.
We scrolled reels for a while.
So you guys, I can tell, literally don't care what you talk about. You just talk about it.
There's no rules, man.
And you can't
I
send
don't
it.
have any sponsors. You just do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You might have to.
Thank you so much to Dollar Shave Club for sponsoring this video.
I wonder if you can email.
Can I even say that?
Can you email an 8-minute video? You can't send it on text.
Oh, you can airdrop it. if
Can you?
plug
Yeah.
it
Can you
into-
fake a sponsorship? I guess you could.
Thank you so much, Ford Motor.
Imagine you had a whole. You just wrote out a whole script.
Yeah, that'd be kind of psychopathic. GPT would do it.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I saved it to downloads.
You guys
Nice.
have.
Oh, I don't use this computer, but yeah,
You can airdrop it to that computer.
true.
Hey, we should play poker again.
Agreed.
Tomorrow
we have
night.
chips and we still haven't played in this house.
Oh, let's play tomorrow night.
I'd love to.
If-
Get Zach and let's.
I'll stay. I'll stay.
Where? How come you're passing through?
I have an event tomorrow, so I usually come up in like I sell vintage clothing. So I have an
No
event tomorrow
way.
in Durham. So it's
That's
like,
hot.
Yeah.
That's hot stuff.
Yeah, it's super cool.
I might have a couple things I can give you, like clothes I don't wear.
I mean, you could if you wanted to.
I'm thinking of something in. Okay. This will probably sell for a couple bucks.
What does it say on it?
I'm not sure, but it was a gift and it doesn't fit me.
Turn it around.
It looks like balls on the top. What does it say? I literally can't read it. What does that say?
It says Maury. Ike, I'm so sorry. I tried not to audibly say what it was and I tried to keep it off camera. I know I'm giving away your sweatshirt that you made for me right now, but it doesn't fit me and it's women's. And it's going to find a good home and someone's... Look, Isaac is going to make some good money off of it and someone's going to be...
I
someone
guess I'll
randomly
take it.
wearing Maury clothing and...
Hey, I'm gonna put it up.
Please
I'm gonna put it up
forgive me.
tomorrow, and if I sell it, all the proceeds will go back to you. So
Please forgive me.
whoever that is.
Please forgive me, Ike.
That's funny.
Oh, I can't give that away.
Well, don't give it away. I don't need to take it.
Well, you got to take something.
I don't have to.
I got too much shit in here.
It's hilarious. I like the setup you got going. The 2 cameras, the American flag, really patriotic.
Thank you. You got to, you know?
And do you just have new people on every day, or is it you two usually?
God, I feel so bad. I just said we had that one. I try to have new people, but you know, I found that I did one of these impromptu ones with my friend Robert, and it just did really well, so I'm doing it again. Is that wrong to be doing something just because it did well?
No, I don't
No.
think so. I mean, that's how you grow.
Is that what I want?
That's just doing, trying to do something else good. Doing it again. That you did good.
Yeah.
Well, what is it called on YouTube?
Might be a fluke if you don't do it good again. You know.
Yeah, that's Jack Cadis. Cadis is Kadis.
I was about to say, I did not know.
Where am I at here? Oh yeah, I can see your cursor.
Dang! The grind is on every day.
Yeah.
You ain't stopped.
I haven't stopped in a while. Coming up on a year, actually.
A year?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I bet.
Yeah, you
that's-
started last year.
Yep.
Oh,
You used to fly your
it's
drone
just
around,
every day.
Yep.
take shots.
Yep.
It's every day.
It's every day, bro, with that Disney Channel flow.
And you just do.
I think you ought to.
Everything, I
You're
feel
gonna
like.
have to get a chair if you stay any longer in here.
At this point, I might. I was gonna go to bed. Which one's Sam's room?
Sam's room is to your left. Are you gonna sleep in there?
Yeah, he told me I could sleep in his bed.
Okay.
It's the first one to the left, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, cooking.
I was wanting to talk about my baby girl, Piggy Smalls, my pig.
Please.
I had a pig last year. I'm in agriculture, and I'm in the animal science club, and I got to show a pig. You know, kind of like a dog show where they show dogs, you get to show pigs. So I had a pet pig that I trained for a while, named Piggy Smalls. So I have a T-shirt that has all the pigs' names on it, and they're all like, everyone agreed to go with country cooking for their pigs' names. So we got like butter, whatever, sweet corn, something like that, and then it's Piggy Smalls.
Nice.
But its full name is the Notorious P.I.G.
Do you mind if I eat?
Yeah, it's fine.
Wait, didn't you ask if we could have food?
No.
Oh, someone else asked that.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit embarrassed. I don't even know if I should say this. This is day old McDonald's that I ordered on DoorDash and then fell asleep before I got here. That is embarrassing. And the worst part is that you can still eat it.
Well, that's the I guess it's McDonald's. That's the opposite of cooking.
Yeah, it is the opposite. of
Doing the work to cook opposed to DoorDash.
If food was religion,
You don't even have
McDonald's
to.
is
You don't
the
even. Yeah, you don't even have to get up anymore.
You don't. Look at that. It looks like a cartoon. Ugh. I'm really gonna eat this.
Do you really want to eat it?
I really do want to eat it.
Okay.
I had a flash thought. I have broccoli and stuff in the fridge.
Dig in.
I'm so hungry. Let me some water.
I guess a Jersey Mike's so will get old.
Do you want anything?
I'll get nah, I think I'm good. I don't need any water. I drank enough water today.
Ugh.
But I've stopped eating out. It's too expensive. But I end up spending more money than I would spend eating out on ingredients to cook.
I don't think that's a bad thing.
And I tell myself, I'll tell myself like it's not that expensive because I get to keep the ingredients afterwards. But then I just get a pantry full of single ingredients that I can only use to make one thing.
Do you keep track of your spending on a spreadsheet? I do not, to tell you
No.
what it's worth. And I should.
No, I just
Especially with this sort of thing.
I just spend it, and then when I look at my bank account and I don't have money in, I just eat rice and meat and eggs. Go back to the basics, you know. But when I get money, I'll make nice dishes. I haven't been making anything too nice, just healthy food. But I'm gonna make another Thanksgiving meal this year.
Good.
And I got volunteered at my family to make a lot of the stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, because I'm a good cook, so they
are a good cook.
They volunteered me.
You are a good cook. I'm gonna link your
Chef Logan Bender.
yes,
Okay.
because it deserves to be linked. That's the kind of thing that, like, if you lived in New York City, you would print flyers and post them everywhere.
I see people now that are like they're cutting out their tag in like a bag, like a shopping bag, and then they'll go through, walk on the sidewalk and they'll spray paint through the bottom that's cut out, and it just spray paints their tag. You could do that, like they probably won't do anything in Raleigh if you're just going down Hillsborough Street.
For my YouTube,
You could,
maybe.
yeah. You might get a few people looking.
But then it's like I've vandalized the street and my name is on it.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of, but they probably won't like file a warrant for your arrest for spray painting your name, your YouTube channel. It's almost an advertisement. I bet if you got a charge for that and you went to the judge, you'd be like, hey, like, I'm advertising. They'd be like, yeah, that's kind of smart.
Huh.
I bet if you spray painted "Don't drink and drive," people would still drink and drive.
Good point.
Because that's a whole different ballgame. Yeah, it's not a YouTube channel.
You know Whistling Diesel?
Yeah.
He's coming out with an alcohol brand called Alcalo.
That was my blow and go was called Alkalock.
Alkalock. Well,
Yeah,
that's
it's the
dangerously
company.
close.
Yeah.
He's got a new beer.
I have a tote bag with it too.
Beer?
I got
It was
merch. They had merch for it for my
merch for your.
for my blow and go. Yeah.
That would sell well at a vintage shop.
Yeah.
So-
I could give it to some flower girl.
It was pretty unclear if it was a beer or what it was, but all the big YouTubers have products. Now.
Yeah, they have drinks now.
That's the thing. It's drinks. Rowan Atwood's got Kinetic. Mr. Beast has chocolate and I believe part ownership in Prime now somehow. KSI and Logan Paul have Prime. Denny Duncan has Matador, which is a 5-hour energy competitor.
Okay.
And everybody has something. Everybody's got something. It's all about like. I mean, I see that, to be honest with you. So YouTube as a platform and the internet as a median is growing. I don't know if I want to say growing, and it might not be so much like as in the numbers anymore as it is just like as a thing. Like the telephone was invented, but it only turned into the iPhone after years and years and years. So I believe we're headed towards a place in which I don't think that you can. We're already pretty dang close to the internet being a literal extension of yourself when it comes to the social field and this and this and that. I don't really know what I'm saying. Does it sound like I'm headed towards a point?
Not really.
I'm trying to figure it out as I speak. Yapology.
Yapping.
Yeah.
Should that be a talking point? Yapping.
Do you yap?
Sometimes.
I definitely yap.
Talking about my reels, my favorite reels with my friends. Sometimes I'll yap. That's what I do. I'll talk about reels with my friends.
I just looked down at the Jack's girl. I don't like looking at that.
You told me to put that.
I know.
Get that one out of there. Yeah.
Oh, it's red once we've done it.
Yeah. I guess we talked about pigs, and we are talking about cooking right now.
Hey, this is very organized.
Yeah. Oh, we talked about beards already.
No, not my boss.
Oh.
I went and visited Autobell, and he said I should grow my beard out. And I
You
listened
used to
that
have a
guy.
beard.
I did.
Once you get a beard, you shave it, you can kind of see where there was once a beard.
Yeah.
It's almost like a scar.
Yeah. True. I like not having a beard.
I like having a beard. I'll trim it though. I don't want like a long beard or anything. But
You know what I've been thinking lately? Your decisions don't really seem to matter too much. You know what I mean?
well, to an extent, like your beard.
Yeah, like your beard.
Yeah, you can do what you want with your beard.
Yeah.
But there's, there are some important things that what you do matters.
Like what?
Well, what you choose to do in school kind of
Like what you choose to study or how you choose
changes
to
your
study?
direction for where you go.
I guess both.
Yeah. Like I got an agriculture, now I'm going to work in an agricultural job.
Well, you don't have to.
Yeah, but this
A lot of people don't use their
of
degree. But
that's good.
you
to
should
know.
use your degree.
That's good to know when I'm in my second to last semester.
Well, 3 of these guys that live here are movie recording stopped. It's gonna say some BS about. Oh. 3 of these guys that live here in computer science, which is arguably the most threatened field as a result of AI. You know what I believe is the most threatened field? It's actually strange how it's unthreatened and very threatened at the same time. Law. If you want to be a lawyer, you should know that ChatGPT scores a 99.99% on the bar exam. And it's not even the first in its class. There's Claude and Gemini. You do not need to call a lawyer. Listen, if you're watching this and you have a ticket, or you have a question for a lawyer, you need this, need that, you can represent yourself and use GPT, because I guarantee you, it would do a better job than whatever lawyer you shell out however much money they want to.
If you get arrested for a DUI, don't blow. Don't blow. That's how I got off. It was a reel that,
That's how you know
that popped into my head of a guy telling you not to blow. He's a DUI lawyer
Holy
saying
fuck.
don't blow, and I didn't blow.
I wouldn't have the balls. I would have folded.
Well, they tried to get me to blow at the station, but
Well, these guys in uniform, you got to think they go their whole day, every shift. 99% of people do exactly as they say.
yeah, but they I asked them, do I have to? And they're like, no, it's your right. You can refuse.
Oh.
I was like, okay, well, I don't want to blow then. And then they take you back to the station, and then they because that's just a field test to see if they have probable cause. That's almost like proof to arrest you. But then once you get back to the station, they do an official breath test to whether to put that's what goes on the paperwork. And they said that you're allowed to have a lawyer or someone present for that test. And they took my phone. They wouldn't let me call anyone. And then when I went on the jail phones didn't work. They were out.
Dang.
So I said, well, I can't have anyone here to watch me do this. You could just do the test and write down whatever number you want.
Interesting.
And I don't know that, so I'm not going to do it.
Criminal Psychology. Ever watched it?
No.
That.
I just watch reels, bro. I'm going to be real.
Be real.
Yeah.
You ever do you have that app? I never had it.
I think I did. Yeah.
I don't. Never did. Criminal Psychology is a channel in which all the footage is pulled from top right corner cameras in interrogation rooms.
Uh-huh. I might have seen it on YouTube.
And the narrator basically just butts in and say, this is what the person being questioned did right and wrong, and this is what the questioner did right and wrong.
Mm.
It's very, very, very entertaining.
I think I did everything right. I did everything I could have done right.
I don't think so. You mentioned initially asking the officer if you had to blow. You could have not asked and just known you didn't have to blow. Psychologically, that might have given you a little bit more respect.
Well, they didn't respect me at all because I was drunk.
Yeah, and that might be.
But I just got in an accident, and all the questions that they had for me, I had an answer for.
Well, I mean, an answer isn't a good answer. Like, just because you have an answer doesn't mean...
I had an answer, and then afterwards, in my DMV hearing for the refusal, that's kind of the downside to it, because when you don't blow, they can't prove that you were drunk that night, so you won't get charged with a DUI, but you'll get the refusal, and you'll just get a year suspended.
Just automatically.
Year license, yeah, just for refusing.
Makes sense.
But it's like it's 1 year, and then you don't have anything after that, or 3 years. Your first one is 1 year, your second one is 4 years.
Damn. Honda? Whoa, I can't even remember the name.
What do you
Ruckus.
think? Honda Ruckus?
You know it. That's the scooter thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was shopping for those for a good while. I was going to get one of the Italian Vespas.
Oh, man. To have a Vespa.
I would have put a little trailer on it because I would just need it to go to the grocery store.
I would love
So
to
I
own a
just
Vespa.
I just put a little trailer on it. You can put a trailer on the back of them.
Are
It's
you
like
serious?
a little car.
They have trunks, you know. I mean, what do you...
Well, to grocery shop.
Take 2 trips. Riding a Vespa's fun.
Yeah.
Like, why not? Biggest thing I ever...
You can't go to Costco though. Can't go to Costco and pack up a Vespa.
I guess not. Did you just airdrop me?
I airdropped it to your computer.
Oh, I have a different video. Whew. I love Costco. Costco is the most American thing ever. Have I said this to you before?
I'm invested in Costco.
Yes, you have told me. If I had an exchange student living with me and I was in charge of, or they asked me to show them, or they didn't ask me, and I wanted to show them America, Costco, first stop.
I would say Walmart.
Costco,
Walmart is America, but it's not because there's that kind of stereotype like Walmart is America. but people don't know why it's America. Walmart is
Costco is more
Walmart.
appeasing, I guess, because the ceilings are so high to me.
It could be America because it's a subscription. You have to pay a lot of money to even be able to get into a Costco,
Yeah.
and then you get
And it's bulk.
Yeah, and then you get the benefits after that. But
It's bulk.
people look at it on
Costco and Walmart are very good contenders.
They
for
look at it
first-place
as it
business.
is, but Walmart, they serve like 83% of the groceries. 83, something like that, a high number, something like that, because Walmart signed a deal with the federal government to open up Walmarts in rural areas, and food deserts, food insecure areas where food isn't readily accessible. So they signed a deal, and that's really how they got so big. Because if you go to a small town somewhere in the South or something like that, there'll be
Walmart.
one grocery store, and most of the time some places it's like a Ingles sometime, but most of the time it's a Walmart. Throughout the country, it's Walmart. I did a project on food insecurity because it's big in Greensboro, where I'm from.
Really?
Mhm.
I would not.
It's one of the worst food insecure cities in America.
I may move to Greensboro.
We'll move to a food secure area, and
I'll
you'll
be
know.
downtown.
You'll know if you're. Yeah, that's actually. Well, I mean, based on what your definition of a food secure area is, there's a few different definitions, but having fresh produce available to buy is what is within a accessible distance.
Like,
So areas that people, less people are driving are going to be in some statistics are going to be considered food inaccessible areas because people are needing to take the bus to go to the store. Usually poor areas where not as many people are driving.
Huh.
Those are, and that's kind of why the food insecure, that's kind of the characteristic of it, is not being able to access that fresh, or emphasis on fresh, because Food Line is another contender. They're in a lot of food inaccessible areas, but Food Lines on average have like a fourth of the size of the fresh produce section as, maybe a sixth of the store will be fresh produce, and then the other 5/6 will be frozen food. Refrigerators with packaged food, processed food.
some Walmarts don't have.
And then the produce goes bad after a day or two.
Yeah.
They don't have that good of because they don't care that much. They're already selling mostly processed food, so they don't need to have as strong of a supply chain of fresh food.
Americans out there live on Doritos.
Mm-hmm. Literally.
Yeah.
Frozen chicken nuggets and stuff like that.
And canned beans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not fresh.
You ever seen hoarder houses?
Yeah.
Those are impressive.
Yeah,
I'm talking like an ocean of beer cans.
Yeah.
Those are good reels. The guy that cleans those houses.
Mm-hmm. Well, some just places I've been in North Carolina, Western North Carolina. Now it's not accessible, but before it was, and they'll do public, as a community, they'll have like almost like can recycling, where they'll just put a trailer, like a fence, a closed trailer, that you just go dump your cans in, and by the end of the week or end of the 2 weeks, there's like a 8x10 trailer stacked 4 feet high of beer cans or just soda cans or whatever. That's how many canned drinks people, and it's just like a town. It's like a small town.
And it's
They're filling up a whole trailer.
a mountain.
A trailer where they'll need
Talk
to
about
get,
addiction. Soda tastes good.
Yeah.
We have this stuff in
And
Jersey
beer,
Mike's.
alcohol.
It's got cane sugar.
Soda sugar's addictive, and that's kind of brings into the ethics of these businesses,
100%.
of their business model relying on people being addicted to it.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of talk about that on social media.
Well, you could say that about what I'm doing right here. I know I'm not making any money, but say tomorrow I woke up and was making $10,000 a month. Well, my money would be solely reliant on people
being.
I binge watch YouTube and I watch reels to the point of
Yeah,
not
I guess
getting things
being.
done.
Yeah, I guess being addicted. Yeah, I guess that's true. You got a point.
So it's like, you know what I mean? But also, I think you can say the same thing about anything. You know, like, let's choose something that you might not at first think has a downside. Like, oh no,
Well, I guess it would be
being a preacher. You know, let's say you study your whole life to become a preacher and you want to preach. You want to be the head of your church and you want to lead a community. Well, you might somewhere along the way think to yourself, oh, you know, I don't think that being a preacher is too ethically sound because you rely off the donations of those that support you, and you know, you honestly hold a place that is like needs to be held, but you're kind of relying on people seeing you as some median in between a higher power, in which I don't know, you can find reasons not to do anything. So what's important along the journey is to remember why you did it in the first place, which is, I think a lot of these corporations, the CEOs, you know, they are like, what am I doing this for? And it might be different for every person. You know, for the guy that runs the Coca-Cola company, I'm sure he started out his journey thinking about how much he loves people. And, you know, by the time he's the CEO, it's like, yeah, his drink kills people and, like, it's bad for people.
Well, I think the industries that purely run off addiction, like YouTube, you know, if you're a YouTuber and you make money off YouTube, you're relying on people watching your videos, but you know, it's different than a beer company
or a lottery company.
Yeah, I guess a lottery company, people are addicted to gambling.
But is there
or
any,
casino, because
maybe nicotine?
The difference is
might be the closest one,
because there's a physical addiction. There's that physical addiction to soda.
You can certainly have a physical addiction to reels.
Maybe in a year or two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are our kids' For You pages going to look like?
You're gonna have a VR with reels. That's what I was
coming down
of.
Like this.
Yeah.
That ain't good. It's everything in moderation, and I guess I don't see it. I can't see it as a net negative. I see
There's a whole iceberg. There's a whole iceberg when it comes to beer companies.
Yeah, but I see the beer, the nicotine, all of it. I see it as a net positive on society, because at the end of the day, the user is responsible for the user's consideration. Like,
I think to a certain point.
But I don't know, because with the internet and with all this knowledge, I mean, it's up to you. Like, you have to find out what in moderation means to you.
Well, addiction is a compulsion and an irrational thought.
Right.
The addiction causes you.
Some people drink like once a month.
Yeah. Well, then no alcohol is healthy, but I guess if you do it.
No alcohol is healthy. That's true.
I guess if you do it in moderation, some people, 9 out of 10 people, will be able to do that.
Have you heard of the blue zones on the Earth? There's about 8 of them.
Of
blue zones
where no one drinks?
No, not
or
no.
They have the higher concentration of drinking?
No, a blue zone is where the life expectancy is much
yeah.
higher than normal. People live to their 100s, very, very common.
Yeah, I've looked at that. And
there's one in Italy where everyone has wine every night.
Yeah. There's one in like
just goes to show
there's one in India and like Pakistan, or no, it's in the mountains somewhere around there, but everyone in the tribe, when they eat fruit, they eat the seeds with the fruit. So if you're eating a peach, they eat the seed of the peach too. And they've kind of they said that's why we live so long, them as a people.
There's never one reason.
Yeah.
In Italy, I liked how they leave their keys in their doors. No one locks their doors.
Yeah, it's a different community.
Yeah. It's up in the mountains.
Different. They rely on each other, so they don't rely on.
And of course, I saw
they don't rely on beer.
I saw it in some documentaries, so I'm positive that by now it's been run through by American tourists.
Hope not.
Me too. I hope not. America is like honestly a weird plague on the earth. Like, we just create like. But once again, I see it. I can't help but see all these things as net positives, because you have to push the envelope of what's possible to push the envelope of what's possible. Like, we wouldn't, like, it takes these things to get to the next thing. I don't know. Does that make sense?
Well, I think
Like
when-
you have to make mistakes to find the solution,
yeah, learning.
and I guess that happens in a macro sense too, like lotteries and heroin. And
Yeah, I bought a lottery ticket and I told my roommate I'm moving out.
have you scratched it off yet?
No, I didn't. I got one number.
Oh, it was Powerball.
Yeah.
You know, at the Hurricanes games.
That was
Did
common.
you go to a Hurricanes game?
Yeah.
You know how they say, "That's another Hurricanes Powerball, power." Well, PNC no longer owns that arena. It's the Lenovo Center,
I saw that.
and there's no more
I was
Powerball
working
power
at I was
play.
working at the state fair and we had to park at the what was the PNC arena.
Lenovo.
And I said that and I looked it up and it's called Lenovo now.
Yeah.
I was working at the state fair getting signatures to stop the federal government from banning tobacco or menthol.
Huh? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why would you? That's interesting.
Because it was $30 an hour.
Oh, they paid you $30 an hour.
Yeah.
Do you believe in it? Because I think I would. I believe in that. I don't think anything should be banned necessarily.
Well, there's the.
Now everything is the way it is,
It's
and
well,
you
well,
can't just go
I was
from
gonna
like.
make a point about that because people, when I was getting people to sign the signatures, people were either like, no, they were either like, no way, I'm signing that. Like I want that banned, or they were like, shut up, quit talking, and just let me sign it. Like that, they're like, I've heard enough, let me sign it.
That's dangerous. I don't think you want. I think it'd be better if most
But
people were like, let me kind of think
Most
about
things,
this.
most things are a double-edged sword, like tobacco, because it's so.
I truly do believe nothing should be being banned.
It's.
I don't think menthol's good for you, but I don't think the government has a place to ban it. I think that's wrong.
Yeah.
Our government is in place to keep us safe. That's the only reason it exists. If we didn't have a need to be safe and sound and have a secure currency and a way of life that we feel sort of like this house and this room that we're in right now, it's concrete in our minds in the sense of like I'm not going to lose it tomorrow.
I don't think
a
it's
lot
about,
of people in the
I don't
world
think
don't
it's
have that.
I don't think it's about being safe. I think it's more about the government's in place to help us live with each other.
Yeah, I think what you just said is the exact same thing that I've just said.
I don't think it's the government. I think people should have the responsibility of protecting themselves. I don't think it's the government's job.
Exactly.
But then you have there's obviously a need for it when you get mass shootings and stuff like that.
But
there
menthol-
needs to be something in place.
Menthol isn't mass shootings.
Yeah, but
Menthol in a very-
menthol is one of those things that is it's the government stopping the company from the company that already relies on addiction from putting something in that is just it's already been proven for 100% of fact to be the direct cause of killing someone.
What happens?
It's an umbrella bill. They would be banning menthol, which is an umbrella bill to ban flavorings in nicotine products.
Oh.
So banning all the flavored vapes.
Oh my God.
Same thing.
No way that goes through.
There is no way it goes through, but that is being brought up. But the signatures.
Who does that benefit? I have to ask.
Well, it does. It benefits. It's in 30 years. It will have benefited society.
Oh my God.
But right now, if they did that, not having those flavorings, some people only vape because of those flavorings.
I mean, a lot of people would go out of business immediately.
A lot of people wouldn't start vaping if there wasn't any flavorings for it. But that drop in what would happen to tobacco users would then kill the tobacco industry in
Because
America.
a tobacco user has a family and their kids think it's okay. And
tobacco is the number one produced. The biggest industry in North Carolina.
Yeah, it is. You ever go?
It's the number one. It's our cash crop, and
What
we're
highway
a,
has the
we're
factory?
we're a worldwide distributor of tobacco.
Wow.
It's called Virginia tobacco, but it's grown in North Carolina.
If you go, when you walk into a gas station and there's that wall of cigarettes,
Mm-hmm.
the whole wall is owned by that company.
Yep.
Virginia Tobacco owns the whole damn thing.
Well, that's the strain of tobacco. There's like they're not allowed to have one, but they'll have 2 or 3 parent companies that own all the different cigarettes that are then owned by one parent company. That's how you get the Black Rock
Marlboro,
stuff.
Lucky Strike.
Yeah, that's how you get. They're owned by one company, but they're owned, 4 or 5 cigarette brands will be owned by one parent company, like Lorillard Cigarettes, but then Lorillard, Marlboro, and whatever the third one is will be owned by one company.
Yeah. Which is, how does that even...
It's kind of just like a monopoly hidden by one more step.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's the same for the food industry. It's the same for most industries, the music industry, all of that. It's just owned by one company, but they just create a pyramid.
Now, you know, there are ongoing cases in the Supreme Court over this sort of thing when it comes to Apple and when it comes to, I mean, I don't know what the settlement was, but Apple's, like, they're trying to split up Apple and Google because they're giants. I think NVIDIA too.
Yeah.
Because they own so many companies. People think it's just like Apple, iPhone. No. Apple has their foot on so many companies. So many companies.
Yeah.
If you make it big time, like really big time, and like...
You just get bought out by Apple.
Yeah, these companies will just fight for you. Amazon owns, remember Rivian? Rivian, the car brand. It just exists because, I mean, that's sort of like a side thing. I mean, all these companies own so many companies.
Yeah.
Have you seen the web of how many drinks belong to Coca-Cola?
Yeah.
It's
and
Coke
Pepsi.
and Pepsi.
Yeah, and Coke and Pepsi are owned by.
No, they're not. Pepsi and Coke are not owned by the same person.
Yeah, they are.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
That's not true.
Yeah, I'll look it up.
That can't be true. No. I won't believe that.
How do I? Are you on? Oh, you're already on Safari.
I refuse to believe that. They're not. What would make you think that they are?
Never mind. I'm wrong. Well, but either way, there's 2 companies that own every other.
It's Coke and Pepsi.
Yeah.
Those are the 2 companies.
Mm-hmm.
Those are
And
the 2
Coca-Cola,
companies.
I think.
I think Coke has like vitamin water.
Coke
Fanta,
owns-
Coke has Dasani water. That's huge.
Coca-Cola also owns all of the. I know Coca-Cola and Pepsi also split all of the chip brands. They own all of the snack brands.
Yes, and I think Quaker Oats.
I guess that's where it ends, right?
They
there,
have
Coke
food
and Pepsi.
too.
PepsiCo.
It's a whole So if you walk into a restaurant, like a fast food chain, it's either a Coke or Pepsi restaurant. McDonald's is Coke, obviously. Jersey Mike's is Pepsi. I believe Wendy's is Pepsi, if I'm not mistaken. Can you not get a Coke at Wendy's? No, you must be able to have a Coke. Wendy's might have both. I have no idea. Bojangles is Pepsi, I'm pretty sure. I have no idea what I'm saying. The point is like Gatorade. Gatorade is Coke.
Mm-hmm.
Vitamin water is Pepsi. I think. And then I think Pepsi has Body Armor, or does Coke have Body Armor? Dude, Coke has some heavy hitters. Simply, the orange juice and the apple juice people. That's Coke.
Mhm. Yeah, they own everything.
Everything. You're drinking something from a gas station. It came from Coca-Cola. Not Coca-Cola, but Coke Inc. It's the most dystopian. They own it all.
Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 10 companies that own every snack brand and every drink.
That's alarming.
And probably a couple of those parent companies are owned by the same.
That's why
company.
That's why grocery stores like Trader Joe's do so well, because they refuse to carry those products, and they actually take these middle guys that barely make a profit and have to have angel investors. Even if the food is Mars, Nestle, oh my God, Kellogg's.
It's the same with fast food companies too. That's why Long John Silver's and Arby's are both still in business, because they own other fast food companies that make more money than Arby's as an individual franchise.
Have you seen The Founder, the Netflix show on McDonald's?
Like Super Size Me kind of thing?
No. It's a documentary movie type of deal. Wow, that is a good thing. The guy that created McDonald's, it was cutthroat.
Oh yeah,
backstabbing.
I saw that.
It was 2 brothers that came up with the idea.
Mhm.
This one guy found it.
The assembly. It's almost like the assembly line.
Stole the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
I mean, he saw how well their burgers sold, and he just said, "Let me make this efficient." But is he in the wrong? I'm not sure. Like, he cheated those guys out of their money.
Yeah, difference between ethics and morals.
You can't rise to power without doing some evil.
Yeah.
You cannot rise to power without doing some evil. It's impossible. And is doing some evil? If you do some evil, are you evil?
I would say so. I would say if what you did evil, what your actions of evil went on to negatively affect people after that. Even if that was just the one thing in time that you did, then goes on to hurt other people.
I don't think Elon Musk is evil, but I'm sure.
Well, what has he done that's
good?
So negatively affected people?
I'm sure some people hate him.
Yeah, they hate him.
So I'm sure.
That
I'm
doesn't
sure they
mean
have their reasons.
I guess that doesn't necessarily mean he did something super evil, but they might not like the way he does business.
They certainly would think that he did something super evil.
Well, I know he did something with his Starlink. He like shut off the internet so Russia couldn't send like a drone strike on Ukraine or something like that.
That's a good thing. Depending on who you ask.
Yeah, definitely depending on who you ask. But I guess that could be seen as but people don't like the power he has.
You know who has a lot of power?
How he uses his companies to do what he wants.
You know who's got a lot of power? Anybody with a damn cell phone. You know what I saw the other day on Instagram? Next World Cup qualifying match, Palestine versus Israel. I just believed it. And I looked it up. It was totally photoshopped. Not true at all. And the comments were insane.
I bet they were.
I believed it. I believed it. I was like, wow, what are the chances of that? Palestine versus Israel.
I think they played in they something about them like playing, not like a World Cup or anything, but just a match.
Oh, really?
I think that happened. I think that definitely, all of those companies owned their, I don't think all of these brands could work out without them being relied on keeping people addicted to the food through sugar or fat.
But like the Ronald McDonald Foundation, and like think about this, all of the employees that work at these companies, and the one, like, no matter how much each one get, even down to the, like, let's choose McDonald's. From the guy that makes the fries, and has 3 daughters and 2 sons and a wife, and supports them because he works at McDonald's, to the guy dressed in a suit that has 8 houses, a couple kids, 3 times divorced. Both of these men live comfortably because of McDonald's. So that's the good.
Well,
I mean,
I'll ask you this: as you're eating that burger, that McDonald's
double quarter pounder with bacon.
that's been sitting out all night. What is the reason why you ate that? Because you're hungry? Because it's there? Because it tastes good? Or is it that deep down you know that it's so processed that it's still good?
A little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything you just said.
Mm-hmm. If that was a salad, and it sat out all night, and the lettuce started turning a little, you know how lettuce turns when you let it sit out, it starts turning a little gray. Would you eat it?
No.
Nope.
What's your point?
Well, the fact that it's a cheeseburger and it tastes good, and it's still good, you're gonna eat that. And it was DoorDashed. It's right there. It's accessible anytime you want. I think those factors contributing together is why all of these companies have been able to.
And it's cheap.
Yeah, it's cheap. Not even that cheap anymore.
That's true.
not even that cheap anymore. But what was I gonna say? I was just gonna say something, but the point went away.
Time-wise, it's cheap.
The accessibility of it. You know, people don't want to they don't want to cook, and they want to just get a burger, so they get McDonald's. That's how these companies stay away. You don't have to have a grocery store that has fresh vegetables, but as long as you have a McDonald's, what is it? What's the fast food company? Yeah, the McDonald's. There's like more McDonald's in food insecure areas, and just fast food companies in general. They're all focused in areas that people don't have the same access to healthy food, and it's been brought into question whether people even want to eat the healthy. If they have the same if there's a grocery store with healthy vegetables, the same walking distance from you with as a McDonald's, are people going to choose that healthy food all the time, or are they going to choose that McDonald's?
McDonald's, baby.
Yeah. People are
Give me
going to
McDonald's.
and people in that, and they've proven that through studies that they did in Germany and I think in America too, but mostly in Germany, and they did it in at Harvard. It was a Harvard study.
My favorite study out of Harvard has been, I don't know if it was a study, it wasn't so much of a study, just a brief article about the exact way to apologize. You apologized to anyone recently? Had to apologize to anyone?
No. I don't think I've done anyone wrong.
Yeah.
Haven't needed to apologize.
Me neither. But if you need to apologize, I think people, they find themselves in a place where they feel guilty and they want to say sorry, but then it comes out wrong, and then I don't really know what I'm saying. But if you're going to apologize to someone, you must first say exactly what you did as a fact. So say you were late to a meeting. This would be the incorrect thing to say. There was so much traffic, and then start your apology. Wrong. You start your apology saying, I was late to the meeting. Next step is to give your reason why, but walk the balance beam of not making an excuse. Oftentimes, in this next step, the best way to go about it is to say, there's no excuse. So I would say, I'm so sorry I was late to the meeting, there's no excuse. Then the third step is to apologize. So there's plenty of words to say, but sorry is definitely one of them. So you could say, I'm very sorry, and then the fourth step is to pledge better in the future. Like going forward,
is that in certain circumstances that's the
well,
way?
Depending on the circumstance, you might leave out a step here and a step there. But it's nice to you never want to. You just gotta. It's nice to cling to when it can be hard to say sorry sometimes, especially in the times you need to. So it's nice to have a structure, I guess. I like structure. You know what I mean? This room, it has structure. This room is only clean when the floor, nothing's touching it. This table goes on that shelf. I mean, the shelves are disgusting, but if I get everything off the floor, room's clean. Otherwise, now, yes, the shelves need to be organized. But otherwise, if this wasn't the case and that structure wasn't in place, then I might say today I'm going to clean my room, and while it only should have taken 30 minutes, I'm 3 hours deep, dusting I find that I actually clean more and things stay cleaner when I have this structure in place. Because in that way, the blank slate is always nothing's touching the floor. Nothing ever accumulates. And then if I do feel like it, things get dusted and things get clean. Because they need to get dusted and they need to get clean. But if you let for me, of course, if the clean room itself is perfection in your mind, you're never going to achieve perfection. So it ends up being dirtier than it would have been if you just set a rule in your head. It is clean when nothing touches the floor. And the floor is swept, of course.
Yeah, I guess that's stuff internally to live by. Those are your rules. Yeah. Being clean is definitely seen as a way of helping people stay sober. That's why it's called living clean and sober.
Clean and sober.
Mhm.
Interesting.
When I was in rehab, they drill the habit of they wake you up at 7 a.m. sharp, and by 7:15 your bed has to be made, and you have to keep your room clean, like you can't have anything on the ground. There could be other reasons for it, like people in addiction are very.
It's structure.
Yeah, it's structure.
Like
I keep my kitchen clean, and I do my I try to do my dishes. Lately I've been kind of slacking, but I try to do my dishes that night. I go to sleep with a clean sink. But stuff like that, and like making my bed every day, and I probably live to that. I keep my room kind of to that extent of if nothing's on the floor, it's clean. But there could be you could use that. It doesn't just have to be because it needs to be clean. A lot of times when you're cleaning, you're doing it for a purpose.
Yeah.
To not get disorganized or whatever it is. But that structure and that organization is kind of a way of cleaning yourself up as a whole.
It's nice to feel like you're cleaning yourself up. You owe it to those around you.
Yeah, like your roommates.
Certainly.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to live with someone that just has a bunch of junk in their room.
I mean, your friends.
Yeah.
Who wants one of their friends to be unclean? Not me. Well, it's not like it would be the end of the world, but you just, you feel bad for the guy.
Yeah, you'll kind of look at him like,
come on, bro,
what are you
clean.
doing? Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think of fraternities?
Well, I couldn't be in one.
Because
I have friends that are in fraternities, and I've told them, I've already, how I was when I was drinking. I don't think you can be sober and be in a fraternity. It just doesn't work out.
What? I
doesn't.
completely disagree.
Nah, if you're maybe if you're not an addict, maybe if you're not an alcoholic, you can't be an alcoholic and be in a fraternity.
Dude, I worked at a smoke shop. There was weed all around me.
Yeah, but that's different. That's you being in the smoke shop. I could be sober and be in a fraternity house. I've gone over to my buddy's frat house and been sober there. But that brotherhood that almost revolves around it. All of your social events, all of your parties, all of your tailgates, even
so
just,
you couldn't
even
be.
just days.
So you're saying you couldn't be in a fraternity without the brotherhood.
The
brotherhood would just look different.
Huh?
Like the brotherhood would just look different, I think. Like, can I not be in a fraternity and these just be my acquaintances? Do they have to be my brother? I have this thing in my mind.
They are your brothers. That's being in the fraternity.
I guess so. But
Because you're fraternity brothers.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess there's no halfway in when it comes to a fraternity. But I think, because it's the whole hazing process.
But there's also just a culture around it.
That's true.
No sorority is going to have a party with a fraternity where nobody drinks.
Is that true?
I think that is, yeah.
There are certainly fraternities out there that don't drink. Yes, there are.
Fine, let's see. Let's see if there's a fraternity where nobody drinks.
Most certainly.
Is there a fraternity? Maybe there's a fraternity built around sobriety, but that's not if there is, there's going to be one or two in the country. Is there a fraternity where no one drinks? Yes, there are fraternities that do not permit alcohol on their premises, and some have gone dry at the national level. Sigma Nu and Phi Delta Theta.
At the
Both
national
fraternities
level.
stopped allowing alcohol in their chapter houses in 2000. Well, I guess that would be on paper, but I know.
Yeah, but that's just,
Yeah.
Those are just silly rules.
And I think I've heard those rules before. Technically no alcohol in the frat house.
Wow, so fraternities go up to the national level.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
Yeah. But that just doesn't work out,
Yeah.
It's kind of like you could do it on paper, but it just never it will just.
But why
never,
would you do that?
Yeah, it's just never gonna actually be that. It's kind of like hoping for it. You hope that it could happen, and you hope that it does happen, and maybe they have a rule on a piece of paper that says that there's no alcohol allowed, but when do people listen to drinking rules?
Never, bro.
Nope. Not in college. What was I saying about that though? Oh, fraternities. I mean, if you do, if you're in a fraternity and you can, leave college and not, keep drinking the way you were before, then go ahead and do that. 9 out of 10 people can, but that number 9 out of 10 people that are alcoholics is slowly becoming 8 out of 10.
That is something that I seriously agree with.
And higher rates. There's higher rates of people going into college having never drank alcohol or done anything, and then leaving college alcoholics and drug addicts.
I swear the age that people begin to have problems with these substances is getting younger.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Why is that?
There's a couple. There could be a couple different reasons. It could be the strength of drugs nowadays.
Inflation? Do you think that ties into it?
No. I don't think it. I think it could be. I think you could develop an economic model that could display the amount of could put different reasons, different factors into like a chart, but I don't think it actually has anything to do with money. It could, people. I don't necessarily think that has to do with addiction. The rates of addiction, aren't. There's not more people in low-income areas that are more, there's not higher rates of addiction than there are in wealthy, areas. The rate of addiction is, it's all about the same, but it's all rising on both sides.
Dude,
I was having a conversation with a girl I was talking to on the train back to back to Greensboro on Thursday. Because I don't have my license, because it got suspended for my refusal.
So you how did that happen? There aren't assigned seats. Did she sit next to you, or did you sit next to her?
I sat next to her. It was a full train.
Really?
And she
asked, it was a full train.
Yeah, she asked if I went to state. And
was she cute?
Yeah. I got her number. She said she wants to write a paper about my DUI.
Wow.
Because she's going into criminal justice.
Only on the train, baby.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Dakota.
Hello, Dakota.
But,
she ain't gonna see this.
No, she's not. But, what was I saying?
Never say never.
What
if every day since that train ride she's been searching your name on Google?
I hope not, because the first thing that you look up when you look up my name is
like
my
she doesn't
mugshot.
already know that you got a DUI.
Yeah, she does, but my mugshot's the first thing that comes up when you look up my name.
I've seen it.
Yeah. What was I saying about that? Because I was on the train, and she's gonna write a paper about my DUI. She's in criminal justice. I don't know, but I think what I'm thinking about now is that younger people are having higher rates of addiction, and they're seeing higher numbers of younger people going into rehabs, like me. I'm just a statistic now. But the rehab I went to wants me to come back because I'm now a figure at NC State in sobriety because I'm the vice president of the Wolfpack Recovery Club.
That's fantastic. I didn't know that. Congratulations.
So I'm going back to my rehab to do a panel about specifically for young people, because they're having so many young people in there now that they need to have somebody young there to do panels where they ask questions about life after rehab and life staying sober. So I'm going to go do that in November.
How awesome is that?
Uh-huh.
Man, that is the best thing ever.
Yep. Just doing my job.
You could write a book. I've told you this before. I'll say it again.
I probably will.
I'd read it.
Mm-hmm. One day you can edit the video and put a link.
One day.
Yep.
I'll go back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could change that Chef Logan Bender link to my book link.
I'll just add the link underneath it. Or above. Whichever.
But going back to fraternities, I think that, you know, I don't necessarily, you know, I'm not going to say I hate them, but I think that they're opening up opportunities to, you know, making and it's not just fraternities. I think it's the whole culture of alcohol as
far as males go,
as a normal
I
thing.
think it's a bit of a closed loop, whether you're in one or you aren't in one. If you're in a fraternity, it's almost like those that aren't in a fraternity is sort of like on the other side of some sort of fence. Likewise on the other side.
I wouldn't say so. I think it's more that you know, similar people join fraternities.
Interesting.
It's mostly white guys, and it's, you know, mostly people that will tend to have similar, you know, because when you're recruiting in a fraternity, you send a bid to someone that you like.
That's true. You
So you just get a string of people that you like, that are like you.
But isn't this changing as time goes on?
Maybe, but we're right now we can't really.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know any. You know, I just know a few guys in the fraternity. I'm not in the fraternity, but all the guys in the fraternity like me. You know, I used to go over there when I was drinking, and I don't know. I barely know any of their names, and a lot of them know me. So that kind of tells you the kind of a person I was when I was drinking, not really there.
Hey, I was pretty drunk, I'm sure, when I met Isaac, who just walked in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how awful is that? I didn't even remember.
Yeah, I don't remember a lot of people. I have a lot of friends, and I don't remember them.
Yeah.
I don't know who they are. I have a lot of friends out there that I don't know.
I had a really good friend, Chris. I was at Shooters in Durham. You ever been?
I don't know. No.
Well, he comes up to me on the dance floor, and he's like, Jack, oh my God. Like,
Yeah.
It's been 2 years.
Yeah, been a couple people like that.
And you're just like, dude, like, you say what's up, and you're so excited to see them, but you don't know why you're excited or what you did together.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that I was able to explain this to him, and like, he told me, and I did remember. But, you know, it's just hard. And you don't, and even the people that you do remember, you don't even, like, you don't know the